Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SRW TV, the amazing time we have on a Tuesday night as we do the V8 Supercars from Warren and Brown Tools. We are tonight at the Circuit GILLES Villeneuve. This is going to be an absolute corker. So get it into your grips, get into a nice seat, sit down, relax, and let's see what action the boys can bring us tonight. We are on stream and we are live. We had some slight technical issues with it, so if you can't see us or having an issue with us, let us know, and we'll try to fix what we can when we can. But tonight, let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. It looks like the show. Is it live, Copes? Okay, so just refresh your browser. Okay, refreshing the browser and you should be all good. All right, cool. Let's get back to it. Okay, the Pro-Ams for the V8 Supercars is the Brandon Levin from Team SRWs. Next is Joel Oostenwald and Jared Wickman, followed by Daniel Clutterbuck, Troy Dooley, Peter Sattler, Andrew Cowan, and Andrew Cowan, Mitchie Noble, Geordie Williams, Jacob Trainer, Curtis Normanson, Timothy R. Miles. Okay, I can't see it live on my thing. Oh, it started on a different thing. But okay, good. I was having panic stations there for a few seconds, peeps. I wasn't sure if it was working or not at my end, but it is. All right, let's have a look at the AMs or the pros. We've got the Pro-Ams at the moment, and you can see the rest of the numbers coming through and our amazing sponsors down the bottom of the screen. AMs is being led by the amazing Tasmanian that lives in Geelong, Mr. Brett Taylor from EWT team. He's got 24 points clear of his teammate, Scotty Weston, who they battled with each other for some of the racing on last Tuesday. Ben O'Connell is there from the Syndicate race team at 441 points after the drop, 53 points behind those boys. Marty Hughes from Pacific Esport Racing is in fourth. Craig Healy from EWT in fifth. Christopher Tomlin from LCR Esports is in sixth place. Performance Sim Racing's Diane Feldman is in seventh. Jacob Trainer from Sim Brotherhood in eighth. Leon Amos from Sim Brotherhood in ninth. Michael Quash from TMX Transform in 10th, and Stevie J. Martin from Pacific Esports in 11th. In the pros, Ryan Mueller's got himself a lead of 36 points over Ryan Nielsen from BAR. This is going to be a tight one coming through. Stevie Banks has got into third from Pacific Esports Racing at 110 points behind Ryan. Then we've got, close your eyes because they're all Pacific Esports races, Jonathan Gallen in fourth, Blake Urquhart in fifth, Will Buchanan from the Revolution E-Racing team in sixth, Peter Pav from Pacific Esports in seventh, Will Morgan from Pacific Esports in eighth, Jax Nova from JR Racing in ninth, James Scott from the Chiefs Esports team in 10th, Josh Horton-Vermillion in 11th, and Rick Durnham from JR Racing in 12th, Ryan Cox from Team SRW Motorsports in 13th place. So the total fight at the very pinnacle of it all is all very close and starting to get very, very feisty as we are on track, and then we salute Gilles and get ready for some amazing action as warm-up is about to finish. Ladies and gents, welcome to the room, Mr. James Watson. How you doing, Mr. Watson?
Oh, I'm doing good. Possibly kind of a wild one. This is definitely an interesting track to take the supercars. This is essentially a street course. This is the Canadian Grand Prix time of the year, and it really drives like a street course. There's a lot of tight corners, and there's some areas there very painful, and there is a high chance of a safety car because of how little area you have to avoid calamity parts of this circuit. So if whoever gets the win, they're gonna earn it, because not only is it a high error track, this is a full hour normal race, so you have 60 minutes to survive around here.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute it's going to be a tough one. Lots of places where you can rotate the car around quite easily and get yourself into a tricky position. But there's also a few spots where you make your little moves, but nothing too short of dangerous, no matter where you try to make a move tonight.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of top tier passing opportunities. You know, going into the hairpin, that's going to be a good one. Going into turn 1 and 2, that's going to be a good one as well. There's a couple that could be if you're brave enough, but not likely. You know, going into the third chicane. The exit of the end of the back straightaway is a possibility, and if you're feeling really cheeky, you could try to go with a move through the Wall of Champions chicane, but well, there's a reason why we call it the Wall of Champions. So
there is. If you flick back, some of those marks are there from me as well. So a lot of last being left behind. Qualifying is out there in the first 12 minutes, so it's going to be a bit of a tough one. On the second screen, you'll be able to see some of the sectors as they're popping up and see who's doing what. We can see a couples out there. Stevie Banks is getting himself into a second purple sector. Only 3 sectors registered on this circuit at the moment, so you can see the times coming through. Banksy is doing a cracking bit of work there. Going through, where is he at the moment? I just got him on camera. He's coming through. One day the admins will learn not to tick fog, the dreaded fog. But Banksy's purple has turned into a green, so someone else has beaten that time coming through. Whoa, did you see the amount of air he got through that chicane? Oh, my God. He's really attacking that big time as Mr. Banks gets himself the first lap down for the evening with a 1:37.973, and they will start coming through. James Scott with 2 purples, he coming through, and Will Buchanan, Brandon Levin coming through as well. Scotty, all 3 goes ding, ding, ding with the... Wow, Buchanan straight behind him as well. This is starting to heat up, peeps. We've got a 1:36.79, 36s already from James Scott. Will Buchanan with a 1:37.3. Will Morgan with a 1:37.6. Ryan Mueller, 1:37.8. So we're seeing some spectacular times falling already. Brandon Levin's got himself in the top 6 with a 1:38.234. So it's looking good out there, mate. And have a look. Brandon Levin, the lead Pro-Am, is in 6 points. And have a look at these 2 amateurs from EWT. What kind of setups have they got running tonight? Because they are sitting in 7th and 8th. Scotty Weston and Brett Taylor, bring it home, baby.
absolutely, a incredibly impressive qualifying effort for them so far, and this is not an easy qualifying session. Again, with this basically being a street course, you know, there's a lot of areas to just kind of graze a little bit off the wall, and as you know, any sort of incident on your qualifying lap nullifies it, so you have to be inch perfect, and that's not easy to do when you're trying to put up a lap time to compete with a Mueller, Buchanan, James Scott lap, driving these very not easy to drive cars at a track with a lot of ways for your lap to end badly. So this is incredible pace we're seeing, hard pace too.
Yeah, this corner we're coming up to right now, Blake Urquhart, a lot of different taxis will go in there. People will try to get the inside line under brakes under there, very dangerous. Amazingly enough, this first part as we're coming through here, you've got the kink in here and the left-hander here. Blake's actually gone straight, so not a problem.
Yeah, the left-hander was back that way.
And this right-hander is a really good spot to spin the car. Done it myself very many times. We've seen a lot of cars lose it. Ooh,
As we saw.
just as we saw. Then under brakes here, getting the right entry through here and taking the inside enough to avoid that wall and maximise your speed down this short straight, keeping it nice and tight, keeping it clean. Again, this part's tough too. Getting the car rotated in the right spot, hitting the apex a little bit later and then coming in tight and opening it up down here, because again, you've got another little straight and then another hard braking point with a really big right-hander. So there's a few cars banking up to each other and hitting each other on the back coming out of the pits by the look of it. And then here, getting off the curb, not too dirty and staying off this wall. And then coming down to the, this is the big right-hander here. Oh, this is the chicane we're at.
Oh.
No, the right-hander, I was right. Good, I was starting to second guess myself. Getting the exit out of here, critical, absolutely critical. Not losing grip, not spinning the wheels up, but getting it down and planted early, and then picking your right position to avoid the toe, but also to get a bit of a toe, and then getting this entrance into the chicane right. And if you're pitting, getting the pit entrant right, because here you're flying down, all of a sudden you've got to slam those anchors down, avoid the car behind you, and try to get in the pits without getting smashed. So, or you can do a Lando Norris and drive up the rear end of your teammate as you cross the start-finish line.
Yeah.
Tough little track, man. Tough little track. A lot of tricky little nuances to it. Curbs, avoiding the curbs, riding the curbs, avoiding walls. So it's going to be a tough one. James Scott just hit that with 3 purples with a 136.4. He's still the only one in the 36s. Ryan Mueller is not that far off. He set a 137.153. So cracking bit of pace out there at the moment. Jacob McIntyre, all greens. Where's that got him? That means personal best lap for him. Brandon Levin in the 7th, just popped in. Stevie Banks is still sitting in 6th. A few Pelicans in the top 10, mate.
Yeah, continuing that run of form. We've seen quite a few of them up towards the front, not just point leader Ryan Mueller, but Banks, Gallen, Urquhart. So the whole team that has had some serious speed all season long, and it's continuing so far tonight.
Yeah, John Gallen's on 3 greens at the moment. See how he comes across that line. Where is he coming through? Will Buchanan just popped up into 2nd place, people, with a 136.882. Only the 2nd driver from Revolution E-Racing to be in the 36s. So this is throwing down the gauntlet. We've seen Buchanan, Mueller, Morgan, all of amazing pace this season, fighting each other and getting each other up the pointy end. James Scott had a bit of an off night the other night, but plenty of time to make it back through. Will Morgan's on 2 greens at the moment as he's coming through. Stevie Banks with Blake Urquhart coming through. It looks like the team might have been helping each other with a bit of a toe. But how audacious with Scotty Weston and Brett Taylor to be sitting in 8th and 9th, not just in 10th, but 8th and 9th. That is bloody amazing work by those 2 boys.
Absolutely fantastic, and still, meanwhile there was a big accident while champions. Oh no! Oh, and they're still. Oh god, they're still going.
Got the close up on the bottom screen and all, man. Oh my goodness, that got a bit messy.
Yep. That's everything you need to know about Wall Champions right there.
Yeah, Wall of Champions. You'd either sign it with your Sharpie or just leave some of your bonnet behind. Okay, we are down to the last 5 minutes of this, and we are tonight in a normal race. So it's a 60-minute race, which is not very normal for us. We've only had 3 of those in a season, and this is the 2nd one. So the drivers will get to cross the finish line before the 15-minute cutoff. And as long as they can get over the line before that, they'll be able to complete their final lap. So we will see some cracking times coming through the very end. Ryan Mueller is sitting on 2 greens at the moment. Mitchie Noble, green and papaya. Joel Ostenwall, He's on a green and papaya. Have a look at this. Brandon Levin is in 4th place. What the hell just happened there? Brandon Levin is running Phoenix Driver Development setups, and I think he's agreeing with them because his pace has improved dramatically this season.
I would say so. That's a heck of a lap time.
Yeah, 1:37.49. James Scott just set a 1:36. Stevie Banks has got 2nd sector purple, 1st papaya at the moment. How's he cracking through there? I might take him to the 2nd camera as he's coming down and just crossed the line. Where's he going to go? Don't think he's improved. He's still in 8th place. But Scotty Weston and Brett Taylor are in 9th and 10th with Joel Oosterval getting there into 6th place, 2 places behind Brandon Levin. So the title fight between those two is still hot to trot. If you like what we're doing out here, watching the stream and loving all our new bits and bobs that we're showing you out there, please let us know. If you got any suggestions, please let us know. We're always up for improvement, and also let us know if we're too loud or too soft, or the cars are too loud or too soft. But also get out there and log on to warrenbrowntools.com.au and get yourself some tools, because these boys you've got some amazing equipment out there. Old mate Tizzy, love it, Steve. I'm glad you love it, mate. That's our number one thing out there, keeping the drivers happy and having fun and giving you guys a lot of fun out there. We try not to take ourselves too seriously, do me, Mr. Watson? But we do scream like girls sometimes when the action gets hot, that's for sure.
Only sometimes?
A lot. Yeah, my wife does ask me every now and again if I was doing a Michael Jackson impersonation. Yeah, that's the one.
Come on.
Buchanan's on a bit of a rampage at the moment. He has got himself 3 greens at the moment coming through. He's on the bottom camera, coming through the back straight at the moment. I think it is hard to tell sometimes with these tracks where exactly they are. No, he's at the front end, just past the start-finish line. Clutterbuck's on a green. If there's out there someone you're supporting, let us know. How do you get into this league? We are at round 6, so we have got 3 rounds left. So my advice, the season is closed for registration. What you can do is you go to simracingworld.com.au, go to the subscription section, and you buy a subscription. Don't go now, because the subscriptions will close tonight, because we'll be opening up season 4 in about a week or 2. So you get your subscriptions in early and get yourself a bite at the cherry, because this season we've had 3 out of the 4 series sold out. So and we capped that at 55 drivers. So we try to keep it fair. Generally, we will open it up to members a couple of days or a week before we go to public, so that members will get their spots in. But yes, keep a look out on our socials as well, because we will be putting it out there for everyone to see. We are down to the last few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. James Scott has just crossed that start-finish line. He'll be able to get around and do another lap. Let's see how he goes. Has Morgan gone around in time? No, he hasn't. This is his last lap. So he is coming across the line now. And where has he gone? Will Morgan is got a 4th place of 1:37.53. We've got Mueller out there still, and Buchanan, so they're still running it down. Buchanan is looks like he's on the bottom screen at the moment. Buchanan looks like he's got himself around just in time. Here's Ryan coming up to the back end as he's coming through. So the last few coming through, Blake Urquhart, Brett Taylor are still in there at the moment as well. Nice little tunnel cam coming through there. So here's one for you. I'm pretty sure that the boys I'm pretty sure that James Scott didn't get points for last round because he accidentally joined in the wrong car. Old mate Taz competitive qualifying, no doubt. No, we run AMs, Pro-Ams and Pros in this series. So your Reds are Pros, your Pro-Ams are blue, and your AMs are green. And we keep it that way so that everyone gets to fight for a championship. That's why you'll see them battling really hard from the top to the bottom as James Scott crosses the line with his final lap coming through and gets this time. He had one purple, one green, a little bit faster, 1:36.308. Will Buchanan has got himself around, and where did he finish? He finished as well. So everyone has left the track at the moment. Brett Taylor was the last one on there, but it looks like this is going to be a tough race out there. James Scott is out there with a 1:36.308 in first place. Once we get the big board out, we'll go through that and let you guys see who's who in the zoo as I adjust my screen down the bottom. Nice, baby. Dum 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 dum. Oh, dearie me. You can tell how old I am. Anyway, everyone out there, if you are supporting a driver, let us know during the show. We've got 2 cams running, so we can grab a second one and show the drivers some different action and perspectives. We'll try to share the fights up and down the field as the grid is now just reset itself, and we will see the racing lineup for tonight and how we're going to have these boys fight their way through. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the fastest lap set up by James Scott, pro driver, with a 1:36.308. James Scott is out in the pole position. In the row beside him will be Will Buchanan, who was 3/10 behind him from the Revolution Racing team. Third place, second row is Ryan Mueller from PER, and beside him in 4th place, Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsports, the highest placed Pro-Am for this night at the moment. Will Morgan in 5th place, row 6 beside Joel Oostenwal from the 266 team, and Morgan from PER. Johnny Gallen from PER beside his boss, Stevie Banks from PER on row 4. Row 5, Scotty Weston, the leading AM coming across tonight from EWT in 9th place, and R. Durnham. I can't remember Durnham's first name at the moment. It is Ricky Durnham, that is. It's in beside him. In the 6th row, we've got Blake Urquhart from PER beside Joel Wickman from SR Syndicate Racing. In the 7th row, we've got Brett Taylor from EWT beside Troy Dooley from Performance Sim Racing. In the 8th row, we've got Matty Hughes and from PER, and Pete Sattler from the, he's a privateer. In the 8th row, we've got Daniel Clutterbuck from TMX beside Brendan O'Connell, and I'll probably muck that up as well. Ben O'Connell, I keep calling him Brendan for some reason, from the Syndicate Racing team. I will stop stumbling across my tongue as we are at the 10th row. Andrew Cowan from Performance Sim Racing beside Craig Healy from EWT. And as we keep going, because there's a fair few of them coming through, Jacob Trainer from SRB in the 11th row beside Pete Pavlovich from PER. 12th row, Chris Tomlin from LCR Esports beside Di Feldman from the Performance Sim Racing team. In the 13th row, Joe McIntyre beside his teammate Amos in row 13. Row 14, Ryan Nielsen beside Timmy Miles. And in row 15 is Kurt Nommensen. Mitchie Noble, who I think he's got a pit lane start, if I'm not wrong, is in 31st place. And look at my star name is just there, Mr. Steve Sinkovich, who's entered as a driver rather than a spectator. Our race stewards tonight is Tyson McAvoy and Mark Cochran, who will be driving the safety car. These boys will be looking after us from downstairs. Where are they? Yes, they are still there. So we're not too many seconds away to go. Jared Wickman Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are green at the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship at the GILLES Villeneuve track, and we've got off to a beautiful start straight away. James Scott has taken the inside line and taken it right in front of Will Buchanan. Ryan Mueller is right on the back of him, with Brandon Levin taking internal line as well and getting his car in front of Will Morgan. John Gallows following him through. Austin Wale in 7th, and Stevie Banks, Durnham and Weston all come through nice and clean. Down the middle of the pack as well, you can see them all coming through, zooming through on the bottom screen. Too wide in a couple of places, but everyone has taken a very clean right line through everywhere. Woof. I tell you what, this is a fantastic start from all these lads. Everyone's coming into these nice little bunched up packs, following everyone through. There's still a lot of places early on where some people are going to struggle with cold tyres and miss their braking points, and we're going to see some people take a little bit of a sniff and a little bit of a dive, try to take advantage of the early few laps.
Yeah, definitely a lot less chaotic than I was expecting. Everyone taking it real easy right now, making sure that the tires are at least up to temp and you have some level of grip before really getting silly with it as far as the aggression levels.
Yeah, well, we're down to a 40-minute run, so they haven't had, this is only the second one for the season. So, oh, look at the way they're attacking that chicane there. That is super aggressive. You can see them on bottom screen, some of these boys as well. Will someone rotate it around while the tyres are cold? Let's have a look at the second part of this chicane as they come through to the right-hander, and let's see how slippery this gets right here. The pit exit blue line, that's where a lot of cars will rotate around and spin. I won't try to put the miles on it, but they're coming very, very close to each other back there as well. I saw some of those boys with Daniel Cluttergup and Ben O'Connell coming very, very close to each other as they came through that chicane. But straight away, Mr. James Scott is setting his dominance and getting in some early pace.
Got a slow car. I think it might be Nova, but not sure. Not quite sure why they were off pace right there. Ricky Durham.
Ricky Durham. These guys are getting very feisty back here around Ricky Durham and Peter Pav. Have a look at this. They were right up each other coming through to the bottom chicane. Pav looks like he's got a little bit more pace on these guys in front of him, and he can't get around it. But then you've got Chris Tomlin having a look as well on Craig Healy very early on too. So the battles and across the mid-packs are going really well. That's a look spectacular.
Yeah. Absolutely, and you mentioned the curbs. That's the thing about this place, is that even though it's an F1 circuit and a Grade 1 circuit, it's still got a lot of that old school feel, you know, not a whole lot of runoff. And the curbs are big, but they're not the stupid, annoying sausage curbs that completely annihilates your car when you hit them. They're big and they're high, but you can still hit them easily.
Is that trainer out? Looks like the rear end's copped it. Maybe he's hit the wall coming through the back there.
Yeah, that.
Yep. Oh, a bit of a break up there from one of the Brotherhoods. He's rotated it around.
Oh, no.
He's kept it out. Look how many spots he's losing out of that. That is a shame. See, it doesn't take much. That was Mitchy Noble, I think. And it doesn't take much at all because the grid is so tight. The slightest mistake can lose you like 10 to 15 places very, very easily.
Absolutely. But yeah, you can really hammer those curbs. And in a car like this, being able to hook those curbs, that's going to be the key to unlocking a lot more pace, because you want to avoid those in an open wheel car like an F1 car even still, but a car like the V8s, you absolutely want to use those. They will help you get rotated through these corners. Just gotta be careful, everything within moderation, of course, because they can help you rotate a little too easily, as we've already seen tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the battles in the mid-packs are going off big time. The cars are so well and closely paced. It's amazing how close the guys are getting, and under brakes I've got them in the bottom camera of Daniel Clutterbuck as they're coming through the back chicane. Oh, Clutters takes that very aggressively and tries to make that work for himself. But have a look how close some of these battles are getting. Even the boys behind this bundle, they're only like 4 tenths, 5 tenths. Have a look at this, Ryan Nielsen and Marty Hughes going for it. Look at that. Nielsen, Hughes just disappeared and just came back. He's doing a Houdini tonight. But Ryan Nielsen's down the back somehow. I'm not sure. He must have had a poor start or something. But he's finding his way through and doing a cracking job at it too.
Yeah, a blinker is exactly what you want to have. Uh-oh, we got a car off in Sector 1.
Yep, I did hear something. Oh, that was he's up against the wall. Safety car's being
safety
called.
car, here we go.
Yep, he was stuck. The car's been stuck against the wall. And look at that puff. There's an engine gone there. Connell's done an engine. Look at that.
Yep, there's some.
There it goes. Here it is.
No.
Look at that. God. Cowan got into the sandwich there. Let's have another look at that from another perspective, because that was did he get a...
Oh, look at this hit. My God.
Wow.
Went over. What an impact.
That is... Wow. Let's have a look at that from a different angle. I want to see who caused the incident there, or get a broadcast perspective of who caused it. So the engine's blown and he's trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, there's
He
just nowhere to
blew
go.
his-
It's like, it's like I was telling at the start of the show. If something happens, you can't go anywhere.
Okay, so this is it. His engine's blown. All right, so one of the EWTs, I think that is... Who is the EWT car? Craig Healy, 6'7". So here he is. He's coming through here. Okay, so he's on the race line at the moment, and then his engine just pops as Cowie has got nowhere to go and rotates around and takes out a couple of other cars. That's unfortunate there, but that is that race done. Safety cars out there. So with a track like this, it's get in there, get your car repaired and get back out, because another safety car is on the dice, man. So it can get you get your lap back and get yourself back into position. A couple of drivers are saying they didn't hear the safety car called. I heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it.
I heard it too.
So they've got to turn it up, maybe turn their engines down a bit, because the boys downstairs, I'll just swap cameras because I picked up some fog. There's a couple of people out of position, so they're looking at that now. Hectic collision. Ooh, yeah, that was definitely hectic. Some rapid disintegration of those cars, that's for sure. But ladies and gents, so the lineup as we go, James Scott was pulling away, but now he's been recalled back into the fold by the safety car. So Will Buchanan is in second place. Ryan Mueller in third. Brandon Levin is still in fourth. John Gallen fifth. Joel Oostenval in sixth. Stevie Banks seventh. Scotty Weston, the EWT driver, and Am is sitting up there in eighth place, so doing extremely well. Peter Sattler in ninth, and Jaron Wickman in 10th place. Blake Urquhart in 11th. Troy Dooley 12th. Daniel Clutterbuck 13th. Tomlin 14th, Nielsen 15th, Trainer 16th, Amos 17th, Feldman 18th, McIntyre 19th, Noble 20th, Will Morgan, what's he doing all the way back down there?
He's radioed something in earlier, I think on lap 1, if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure. A lot has happened since then.
Yeah, he's gone into the pits as well, so we'll have to see what's happened to Will at some point. Brett Taylor, he's been in the pits as well. Then it's Miles, Hughes, Durnham, Nom Nom, Healy, O'Connell, Cowan, Pavlovich, And, oh, there's me at the very end. All right, let's get rocking and rolling, people. We should start a betting game on this as well. or like the old Melrose days, you'd have a shot of tequila every time someone said a certain word. Maybe we should have a shot of tequila every time someone hits the wall or something.
Now we're making our own sports book. Bet SRW.
Bet SRW. Better than Ladbrokes. I'll get on my WWE voice and we'll go from there. All right. Andrew Cowan, incident investigation. All right. So Cowan hit the back of that car that was puffing smoke. There wasn't really anywhere for him to go. That was a really tight area. So where he hit him, he had not much room. That's that really tight little S there as well.
Yeah, and there's also like no time for him to react whatsoever. That's the other thing too. Like it's one of those things where it's like,
you got a car puffing smoke in front of you. What's the first thing you do? Caution.
I don't know about you, but the first thing I do when I see a car
get around,
scream, naturally.
Go Michael Jackson.
Go, well, guess I'll die.
Yep. All right. So the safety car is in. Mr. Scott has got the lead car. We are battling it on 2 screens, so we're going to see a lot of action coming through here. It's going to be interesting to see how they come through and who's going to be able to make a few attacks here and there. All right. Getting ready. Here we are, coming up to the control line, and you've got to make sure you do not pass anyone before the control line. The boys have been versed on this already, and they're going. James Scott has put the foot down straight away. Everyone else is following each other as they come down across the start-finish line on the bottom screen. You can see them all coming through, but James Scott is done and out of there as quick as he can. Buchanan is following him through, Mueller following him, and Levin. Everyone is following this nice long snake. There's already been a car in the bottom there. Ryan Nielsen has taken Chris Tomlin there under brakes in that corner. And, mate, this tyre, some of these guys are going to have tyres a little bit in the cold spot, so a spin can happen quite easily. We know that safety cars sometimes breed safety cars depending on the conditions.
Absolutely. Hard to say how effective that's going to be. Meanwhile, we do have a couple cars side by side. Looks like Sattler and Weston right now. Weston backs out.
It'd be great if my if I could hook up an AI to my SDK, so when I mention a car, it takes the second camera to it straight away. That would be absolutely awesome. Nielsen has taken a beautiful run on the inside of Clutterbuck there, making it work really well. He's up 14 places tonight so far. They're doing a cracking bit of work. Mitchy Noble up 10 places as they're coming through. But looks like Clutterbuck is not giving this away. They're coming down the main straight. Nielsen's on the inside line, not the favoured line, but he's going to try to get it under brakes. He's going to just get it in through and tuck it in. He's done a cracking job. Is he going to be able to hold that pace coming down the straight? Is Daniel going to try to get underneath him? He can't because Nielsen's come across and taken the race line. But great bit of work there by Nielsen. And the boys at the front end are keeping up, mate. James Scott has got 7/10 on Buchanan. Buchanan's got 7/10 on Ryan Mueller. So they've got a nice little bit of pace coming through. And Brandon Levin has just fallen out of the 1 second zone on the back of these boys. And he's pulling away from John Gallen, who's up 2 places into 5th place. So Levin is having a cracking bit of work out there.
Yeah, meanwhile, I think something might have happened to McIntyre. Saw him falling down the order. We're on board with him now.
Yeah, he's all on his lonesome. as they're coming through. Look how deep the braking is down there at the moment in the bottom. Ryan Nielsen on back of Jaron Wickman, putting the pressure on big time as they come through some of those corners. Oh, he's lost it on his own. And I know what it is. The chipmunk's got him. Yeah, looks like he's just banged it out of that corner. And the rear end's just come loose. Oh, he's lucky. Oh, is he damaged that tire or not? He was lucky. He's just glanced that wall. Maybe he hasn't gotten too much damage. But don't forget, we are in a 60-minute race, people, so we're going to look at fuel strategies as well and pit strategies too. Some of those will be hardcore coming through. I'll tell you what, Ryan Nielsen is putting some pressure on these boys. He's on the back of Wickman at the moment. Coming through that bottom chicane, the last few corners, he was all over the back of him, putting the pressure on. Again, is he going to put enough pressure on him to get him to rotate his car? But have a look how tight that is coming through that bottom corner. Extremely well. Have a look at this as well as we're coming up the top screen. Pavlovich under pressure. He's got the outside line. Oh, there's a little bit of extra love there. Oh, Pavlovich is giving the love back, man. They're sharing donuts at the moment and giving each other a bite as they come through that corner. But I tell you what, Pav and Ricky Durnham are going side by side through there. Pav's managed to stay ahead and keep going. This track looks fantastic on camera. I hope you people are watching down there are loving every minute of it because the fights are all over the shop. Drive-through penalty for passing under safety car. Car 101, Daniel Clutterpark. So that's a drive-through, is it?
Well, yeah, passing under pace car for safety car.
Yep. So he passed another car under safety car.
Yeah, I believe in all of the confusion. Did safety car come out or did it not? Fortunately, looks like it caught those two out. Meanwhile, we're going to be side by side down into Wall of Champions. Feldman in one of the EWT cars. Looks like Dye's going to get it well before the braking zone.
Very good job. Blake Urquhart getting a bit of pressure up front there as well, and Scotty Weston. Have a look at these two coming through as well. Some great little bit of battles in there. Where do you look? They're so close, isn't it? The grid is so close.
Absolutely. I will say, it's of course never ideal to get a drive-through at any point. But if you're going to get one, this is the track you want to get it at because of the fact that you basically blow right through the braking zone of Wall of Champions and then you cut turn 1 and 2. So you really don't lose as much time here doing a drive-through as you would in most other circuits. So it doesn't end up being that bad, all things considered. It's definitely bad, definitely costs you a lot of time, but I think Clutterbuck is still within the fray.
Yeah, definitely. He's well, there's plenty of time too, man. There's 41 minutes to go. We're only at the 20-minute mark. We've got pit stop strategies. We possibly have more safety cars come through at some point as well because of the tightness of some of the spots on this track. It could quite easily end up blockage anywhere like after the pretty much start-finish line. That front section is really tight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounding good. People loving the sound of these V8s. It is amazing. Let's go on board with one of them and let's see if people can hear it. Maybe Ryan Mueller, I can stay on the outside with him and just hear these V8s. And you might actually get me to shut up for a second and not scream like a girl and pump the volume up. That's as long as I can stay shut up for. How good does that sound, though? They sound amazing in these cars at the moment. I'm wondering if they're going to do something like the Gen 4, you know, with the, well, not so much Gen 4, but the Toyotas and stuff like that. How they're going to sound? Is this Toyota going to sound? No, probably not, because it's going to have a big stonking V8 in it. Look at Mueller going that bottom screen, attacking. Oh, I tell you what, it looks like he nearly left his mirror behind there too. That was very close.
No kidding. That's really testing the wall of champions right there. Our car side by side with Nielsen, and he's going to have to cut the course.
Yeah. Looks like Urquhart. Was that Urquhart and Nielsen? Yeah, it was. Urquhart to stay safe to avoid contact. He'd probably get a bit of a slowdown. He's got to make sure he gets off the race line when he serves that slowdown, because you can't serve it on the race line. And that's going to bring in Wickman on the back of him. Wickman fighting for a top 10 spot. But at the moment, our battles are at the front. We've got James Scott, Will Buchanan and Ryan Mueller leading 1, 2 and 3 in the Pro-Am. We've got Brandon Levin in 4th, Oostenwald in 6th. So a bit of a buffer there. He's got one car between them to hold them off. And then we've got...
Peter
Pavlovic making love to the wall. And we've got Scotty Weston leading the AMs by a fair few spaces there. So some critical points there on his teammate, Brett Taylor. Brett needs to get a wriggle on, mate. He's down in 18th. I missed that. That was a little bit extra bump and grind as I was reading the names.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not quite the performance I think we were expecting from Brett, with how well qualifying for him was looking early in the session.
Yeah.
And even still, he started 13th, but right now down 7 spots.
Yeah, it doesn't take much getting side by side in a situation and not trying to get away. I'm not sure if he got caught up with the Cowan incident or not, but oh, look at that trainer just living on the edge. He's just picked up some dirt on the edge of that spot, and that's you don't want to do that. You don't want to rotate this car. Oh, look at that. Was that Scotty Weston that kept going?
I don't think so.
Who was that?
Oh no, Chris Tomlin going around.
Oh no, yep, he's off track. He's cooking it somewhere. I'll just go to the bottom there. Oh, there he is. He's coming.
Also, I think it might have been Tim Miles, the car we saw go off right before that.
Yeah, coming through there. At least he didn't end up in the wall or anything. He saved it a fair bit.
Yeah, pretty clean getaway for Chris. Meanwhile, McIntyre is officially called it quits, so the contact with the wall we saw earlier must have been a lot worse than we presumed.
Yeah. Tell you what, that was pretty close to that LCR car with one of the who is that in front of him? That's Marty Hughes behind him, who's just trying to pass Chris Tomlin there, getting right up against each other. Look at that camera angle on the bottom there, whoosh, whoosh, as they come through. We're at 36 minutes left. We've got 24 run. So in the next 5 to 8 minutes, we should start getting some pits in. Mr. Wickman's in. I'm not sure if he's in for damage or whether he's in for strategy, but he is in. But have a look how close this fight is at the moment. It's just so close everywhere you go. You got Di Feldman. She's got the pressure at the moment of these boys behind her. Brett Taylor, Kurt Normanson, Craig Healy, Peter Pav, all fighting each other very closely. Mitchie Noble's gone in the pits as well. We can see him go in there. So, look, 35 minutes left. The tank will probably hold that. So probably not a bad time to get in out of the dirty air. If you're in battles and you want to get out of a battle that's holding you up, now's the time to go in.
Yeah, like this battle.
Yeah, have a look at these Feldman is having a blast there. She's got cars all the way around her. Okay, so Mitchell Nova went through for a drive for her, so he must have been one of the cars that passed under safety car. Okay, so might have been an Iracing issue, black flag maybe.
No, because it showed that he was given it by a race director.
Okay. So that might have been. Look at the case here under brakes. Have a look at that. Oh, that guy did the right thing to live to fight another day. She just avoided contact to keep her car going. All these flags were due to safety car not being broadcast in drive chat, by the way. Okay, we didn't show the safety car, no, but we knew they were in the safety car. But yeah. Oh, not being broadcast in driver chat? No, they don't have to be broadcast in driver chat. They've got to be in audio, and depending on what it does, it's got nothing to do with broadcast chat, because some people don't see it anyway, because some people have got VR and they can't see broadcast chat. So it all depends on where you're at. Your instruction as part of entry into the league is to have audio access. That's part of the rules and regulations. So you need to be able to hear the audio of the race control coming through. So that's not a good enough excuse, unfortunately. And I heard it, and so did Mr. Watson. So those who didn't hear it need to look at their audio. Yeah, it was in audio because we hear it. I can hear it in audio because I've got Iracing as a separate channel, and I can hear all the race control, all the drivers chat. I can hear everything, so it was definitely in audio. So yeah, those boys need to look at their audio systems that didn't hear it. They were probably in drivers channel or all channels instead of the drivers channel. Because you're also instructed by the race control at the beginning of the race to make sure you're in the right channel as well. So there's a lot of little things that can be affected by those things, and hopefully the drivers will learn from it. Rotating around. Oh, and Ben O'Connell just did a fishtail as well to avoid that too. But Cowie got a little bit of extra love coming through that corner. But everyone's come out of it to live to fight another day. In the pits, we've got Urquhart and Nielsen. So we'll see how they come through. They will probably be part of the pit strategy. They are up on the blocks, so they are pitting in 10th and 11th. So it'll be interesting to see where they come out. At the moment, though, James Scott is tearing it up in first place. He's got himself 4 seconds away. Buchanan is my SDK timing has just gone up the clapper, but there's a bit of a gap there at the moment. I'll go to Ryan Mueller so you can see the actual gaps. Ryan's in a bit of a world of his own. He has got Blake Will Buchanan in front of him. Can you see Will out of that picture?
Good battle between Pavlovich. Wow, great move on Liam Amos right there. They're going.
Pavlovich is having a bit of a cracking night tonight, isn't he?
He is, and that's saying a lot. He's still got that massive left front damage from his meeting with the barrier earlier in the race.
Yeah, but the car's still looking good. Cowie's back out there, having a bit of fun as well. It's good to see he's got that car repaired and off the going. And look, a few people are in. James Scott's in as well. So we'll see how that comes out. I'll just take the camera down the bottom so you can see Scott coming through. The early pitters was Will Morgan. That's the one we want to see. He was up there in 4th place, I think he was. He was just behind Brandon Levin at the time. So there's a few people that followed in as well. Will Buchanan, Ustenvale, Banks, Scott, all in the pits. Here comes James Scott. He's coming out. And he's come out to some clean air, as clean as it's going to get on this track, and he's behind Andy Cowan, I think, on track. Question is, Ryan Mueller and Brandon Levin, John Gallen, what strategy they're on at the moment? Oh, so he's He's behind Jacob Trainer by the look of it, James Scott, which he is, and that's actually on track. So that is him catching him. Where's he going to go? Is he going to be able to make that pass come through? Jacob's making it hard for him, that's for sure.
That he is. James looking to the inside. There's big stand.
Brave mood over under.
Oh no, he overcooked
Trainer's done a great job there holding that off. What a bit of work there by Trainer. He's side by side again though. James Scott has taken the inside line coming through, and the exit from Trainer. Oh, James Scott coming out of that last corner, the exit was exceptional. He's got himself a fair bit of pace coming through. And into the pits goes Jacob Trainer. He took that tag in all the way. Oh, Ryan Mueller's in there. I'll go to Mueller. Here he is. He's on the spikes at the moment with Brandon Levin. Who's going to pop down first out of these boys? Here goes. There goes Ryan. He's coming out. Buchanan's already pitted. Will Morgan's got himself in the top step with his pit stop. So the bat that James Scott had with Ryan Mueller slowed him down enough for Will Morgan to get himself up the pointy end.
Yeah, great strategy call from Morgan right now. Levin is battling with. Oh no! What have been going around? Oh!
I'm not sure what you're watching. Did you say Levin going around?
Yep. Looked like a little bit of contact with the 919. Nommensen sent him around in the first chicane.
Okay, so that's going to cost him a few places. He was in outright fourth. Where's Brandon Levin now? He is down to 10th. So that's costing him his Pro-Am top stop as well. Kurt Nommensen is the guy he's fighting with for that top step as well. So, interesting how that went out.
Yeah.
All right. But we are watching these boys come through. There's a few people still haven't pitted. Liam Amos hasn't pitted. Kurt Nomnoms hasn't pitted as well. So I guess Levin will get that spot back. Looks like Kurt might have readdressed that because Brandon's now in front of him.
Meanwhile, Nielsen gonna get the pass done on one of the Pelicans cars.
Yep. There's a few boys that are doing some exceptional times out there, but the battles have gapped out a little bit. They all need to settle right now into their groove. Kurt Nommensen still hasn't pitted. He's still out there, and he's up 23 places. He's up 23 places, a cracking bit of work, but that's not accurate because of all the people that have pitted. Ryan Nielsen up 19 places on the same strategy everyone else, and Tim Miles. Oh, Brandon Levin's got himself a 5-second penalty for that incident. Forcing a drive off the track. Is that when he got spun?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see it, so...
Yeah, I haven't seen the replay of it, but...
No, I haven't either.
It was hard to tell what really caused the contact in that live look I got. Yeah.
Well, we've got Nielsen on the back of or out wide. Look at this. This is the replay. So there's Brandon. Oh, it's hard to tree. The bloody tree's in the way. So Brandon's got the exit of the pits. He is the passing car.
And tree.
And, oh no, so he's gone to the inside line. It's come through on there. Oh, okay. No comment. No comment.
Yeah.
That's all right. He's probably he's the passing car, so he's got to leave space on the inside. It's hard to tell from that angle if he's left enough room a car's width to the edge of the line. So that's what he's supposed to do when he comes through there. So I guess from a bird's eye view, it's a bit easy to tell. So the boys will be looking at that, and they probably called that correctly, yeah. But Levin is still doing well. He's still got himself back up into the top step. Timmy Miles is in 9th place. He's running 2nd, and Oostenval is in 10th place for those guys there. Who is the lead am at the moment? It was Scotty Weston. Now that all the pits have gone through, let's have a look at the full ladder, and that'll give us an idea. Marty Hughes is leading. Oh, well done, Marty Hughes from Severe Esport. He is the lead am out there at the moment, up to 2 spots. Ryan Nielsen, Peter Pav, up 19 places. Peter Pav is sitting in 5th place, mate. He is driving out of his skin tonight. Great bit of work. That's a great recovery.
And again, we saw that car in a barrier, and it does not look like that caused him any issues. He's just still has mega pace right now.
Yeah, he's done really well. Oh, he's in the pits. Oh, hasn't he pitted yet? Is that why he was so high up? Okay. He must have had a dry... Oh, yeah, because he ran through for repairs. That's why. Sorry, folks. That's me being a bit of a nong. We'll put it that way. Yes, because he had to go through for repairs. So this is his first official pit, which sucks for him because he was doing really well.
That's okay. We'll just blame SDK again.
Jacob Trainer's all the way down in...
no! Tim Miles! Oh,
wow. He's kept it off the wall. He's kept it off the wall. He's just got to watch his entry here, make sure he stays parallel to the track and moves across to the race line when he gets pace up, and he's done it beautifully. He's done really well. Timmy Miles, a little bit of a journey there. John Gallen on Oostenval at the moment as well. I'm going to go to that. He's putting the pressure on. He's coming through the bit up to the big tight hairpin. He's pushed Oostenval out wide. He's got the inside line. No, that's a chicane. And he's got it through. Done a great bit of work there, both of them keeping each other, giving each other a lot of space. Will Morgan is in the pits. Morgan is in the pits. That brings it back to the standings we had before the safety car. James Scott leading, Will Buchanan second, and Ryan Mueller third, and that'll bring Brandon Levin back to 4th. Morgan will probably come out somewhere around John Gallen, I'd say. Oh, maybe not that far, actually, because there's a big gap there. 15 seconds from Mueller to Levin, so it might only be around Stevie Banks. Let's have a look. Marty Hughes is in as well. But the boss man at the front, mate, he is setting some cracking pace. A 136.694, 3 tenths, nearly 4 tenths faster than Will Buchanan at the moment.
Yeah, he's been in his own zip code the entire night. They haven't been able to keep any sort of pace with him. He's been pretty much a massive lead. Feels like the entire race, even with the safety car period.
Yeah, have a look at this down the bottom. Troy Dooley, Peter Pav, going for it like crazy. Sorry, it's Blake Urquhart and Peter Sattler. Don't worry, my brain will catch up at one point. He's having a look on the inside of Sattler, taking to see, well, should I go, shouldn't I go? But he's tucked in beside. Oh, Sattler's taking the straight line. Was that Sattler taking the straight line? No. Who was it?
I think it might be one of the syndicate cars.
Yeah, it was one of the syndicate cars who's being passed right now as a back marker, I think. But have a look at this at the moment. 4 coming into this corner, 2 by 2. Oh, nice and tough. A little bit of dust flying up, but everyone comes through beautifully. Oh, great bit of work there. That's I'm too scared to say because my camera's not working. Probably Peter Sattler, and he tucks out right. Oh, have a look at this. The Angry Birds car. Oh, the race syndicate's been forced by the Angry Birds. Oh, no, Dooley's been pushed out wide and forced to go for a pit entry. Oh, no. I wonder if he sped through that as well, because that would have cost him some critical points on top of that. Oh, no.
No,
Oh,
because
no.
the pit speed cones are actually a little ways past that, so he still had plenty of time to get it woed up before pit speed started. So
Yeah.
honestly, that was a genius call by Troy Dooley to just go, guess I'll pit.
Guess I'll pit. And he did that pit, and it was the best way to avoid any contacts with the walls. He's out now. He is coming out in front of Clutterbuck as we speak. Clutterbuck comes around that final corner, the first corner, and tucks in behind him. But I tell you what, that middle pack battle was pretty spectacular. They're really putting on the show. Di Feldman's having a bit of a run in here. She's having a look at these boys in front of her.
Yeah, I don't want to curse her, like I have the tendency to do, but this is a very good race for her. I think this is her best run of the season right now. Great pace, and she's made a lot of fantastic moves all race long.
Yeah, she's having a cracker. It's good to see. It's good to see her having a bit of fun out there and not in the walls.
See Urquhart battling. Oh, trying to get by Wickman, and he's going to get the pass done. Oh, but Wickman's not giving up. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, God, that was close. Now Urquhart's finally got it done.
Nice tough driving there.
I had all kinds of PTSD from the Nommensen Levin incident. It's not easy to go side by side through there because you're going downhill. It's like the only bit of elevation change on the entire circuit, and so you have all of gravity kind of playing havoc on your car while going through a chicane. And you have like no runoff. You're staring straight at the wall, basically. So at times it's hard enough to get through that corner just by yourself as it is, and then add the second car, and shenanigans are to follow most of the time. Thankfully, not that time for them.
Fingers crossed. But battles are still going everywhere. The times have sort of opened up a little bit. Well, usually, I thought he was going to go sideways then. But usually in the last 5 minutes, they'll bunch up again. People are starting to get a bit anxious, and 056 for incident responsibility. That's Pete Sattler. That would be the one on Troy Dooley, I'd imagine.
You would be correct.
Yeah. He's got himself a drive-through. All right, we are down to the last 16. It feels a bit unusual to have an hour race coming through after we have all the super sprints and the sprints and that. But I tell you what, it must be putting a toll on some of these boys who aren't used to the long races. Now they're going to work that little bit smarter and not harder. Trying to find some more people out there. If you're out there and you're supporting someone, please let us know. Let us know who you're watching and who you want to see. We're more than happy to share the cameras around, that's for sure. Oh, a little bit close then. That was a little bit close. I wasn't sure which way that was going to go then.
I don't think they were sure either.
All right, let's have a look at the top ends. How much of the gaps? Buchanan's got 7 seconds. Ra Mueller 19. So there's a bit of a gap between the top boys hunting each other down. The fight for the final places looks like it's going to be down to Nielsen fighting with Stevie Banks for 4th by the look of it. And where did 11 disappear all that? There he is there in 9th. Oh, look at the attack of that. Amos really getting stuck into that curb. There we go, having a bit of a look there. Amos is getting itchy feet, isn't he? He wants to get this pass done at the moment.
Yeah, you can see he was really trying to angle and get a run to the outside, get the nose in. Wasn't able to do it. Now he's going to have to sit behind him for pretty much nearly the entirety of the lap, unless he can get a nicely timed mistake from Nommensen here.
Yeah, he's going to be on the back foot here. Nommensen needs to do something silly, or he needs to get a bit closer and start getting him to feel the pressure. That's the key. If you can't find a passing spot in a track like this, you need to put the pressure on. As we see right here at the moment, he's got it from the syndicate race team all over the back of him. Oh, he's got the line a little bit shaky. They're coming through. They're both taking a nice line through there, nice and safe. Looking at each other. Is he going to get over and under? The key is getting the exit here. Who got the better exit out of these 3 cars? And how they're going to take it down the main straight. So we've got Nom Nom in the front there. Then we've got Amos and then Wickman. Wickman on board with at the moment. He's got the run down. He's going to be able to get him under brakes or not. No, he's going to bring it in underneath and try to take it a little bit later. Oh, that was very, very close there. I thought that was going to go around then. I thought Amos was going to say goodnight just then, the way he came through. Wickman is really putting the pressure on. They're both got to be careful coming the exit out of this second part of the chicane, because the rear end does go around, and he's taken the inside line. I thought he was actually going to go around, but Wickman's done a cracking job there, taking the beautiful exit out of the chicane, taking the inside line, giving each other lots of space. Well done. Oh, that nearly got messy. Nearly got messy.
Oh, no!
Exactly.
He got the wall.
He got the wall?
He got the wall.
Thank God he didn't stay there, though. I thought he was gone then, but that was close.
I thought he was too. That's why I reacted like that. I thought we were getting track blocker number 2. Look at that, he can go back with the pass.
Oh, no. Under brakes. Oh, look at this. Trainer has taken advantage of that big time. I think that Wickman was about to readdress that, and then Trainer just found the gap and went for it. There he is. Wickman has readdressed it, and he's done that very quickly. I think he was trying to do it straight away, but Trainer thought, oh, this is a hole for me to go through. I'm going to put my foot down and just go for it, and got it. Bottom screen, Troy Dooley. Oh, and Ben O'Connell. O'Connell pinched the brakes a little bit then, and he wasn't. I don't think he was that sure that Dooley was there, and lets him go by. You got Nom Noms here coming through. I'm just trying to see where Trainer is at the moment. He's coming his way through at the moment too. Pavlovic having a bit of a look there with his teammate Blake Urquhart behind him. Maybe a bit of teamwork to get the dream work, get a bit further up the field. Brandon Levin has passed Johnny Gallen, and so he is now hunting down Oostenval. But he's got a long way to go, man. That's like 12 seconds up the road. That fight for that championship is going to go. Oh, see the wiggle there from Pavlovic in the back seat there. Oh, big time. Urquhart flashing the lights as well. He's saying, Pavs, don't take me out. You haven't bought me dinner yet.
Yeah, they don't need any bird-on-bird violence right there.
No, last thing we want to do is call the animal rights people in. Just having a look where else there's anything that's remotely close. Brett Taylor
Oh,
is
the
having a
Wickman
look.
Amos battle hasn't cooled off. They're going for it in the hairpin. Oh, and James Scott's right there behind.
They're giving it the blue flag. They've got to get out of the way. They got a blue flag driver coming through. Back it up. Open it up. Done really well.
I wonder why he keyed up there. He didn't say anything, and then I'm like, oh, hey, that looks like James Scott's car. What's he doing there? Oh, right. That worked out perfectly for Wickman. Now Amos has to worry about his teammate 10 miles right behind him. Meanwhile, 11 has started to eat into Oosterwald's gap just a little bit, but remembering his penalty, he's going to need to find himself another 8 seconds to be able to bring home the class win.
Yeah, a bit tough there in the back sections. I tell you what, though, Brett Taylor has got himself back up the pointy end towards where he needs to be for some critical points. He's catching up his teammate. He is putting on an attack now at the moment. Peter Sattler is trying to catch him at this point. And just in front of him is his teammate, Scotty Weston.
I think Pete Sattler brought it back down pit lane. Oh, big move from Durham, and he's got it.
Nice bit of work there. Where do we go next? My SDK just told me that James Scott went in the pits, and I was about to call what the hell is going on, because it says Buchanan.
I think it might.
Right? It is right.
I think it's right.
It is right. It is right. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom screen. So they're all coming through for a bit of fuel, and out they go with the last 7 minutes to go. So we'll see who has got a different strategy. Is Mueller being fuel saving to get that top spot all the way through here? Ryan Nielsen, man. Hello, Mr. Nielsen, up 23 places. Wow.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, because it still seemed like, because it doesn't seem like these things can get about 30 minutes or so on a tank. So I was wondering if we were going to see them back down pit lane again. In all the time, for as long as I've been here at SRW, I think that might have been the first time your SDK called something correctly.
Surprise, surprise.
And it looks like Oosterwald's brought it down this lap as well.
Yep, Oosterwald. There he is. He's one spot down. He's just passing Stevie Banks at the moment. But look at the. Did you see James Scott coming over that last chicane? How much air he got? That was ridiculous.
I told you, if you can figure out how to work those curves, it's going to gain you a lot of time.
It's hard to work those curves, man. I don't know where to put the dollar notes.
I'm not touching that one.
I tell you what, though, we are down to the last 5 minutes, and the question's going to be is, Mueller he's done his second pit. Is anyone going to go for the long run? Kurt Nomzom's got a bit of an off track. Is it going to be enough for Will Morgan, he's just come back out. Oostenvale's still got a pit. The question is, will Brandon Levin come in early and try to get the undercut? Yes, he has gone in early and try to get the undercut. So, bit of that's the only position we're still trying to see people fighting for. Scotty West and Brett Taylor, the AMs are still the lead AMs by the look of it. Yes, they are. So they've got himself. But Brett Taylor did a cracking job getting back up to the 10th place.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Mitchy Nobles called it quits on tonight just a handful of minutes before the checker flag, unfortunately.
Yep. I'll tell you what, James Scott just spitting up a heap of rubbish as he comes across that chicane. Takes a fair bit of dirt when he comes through as well. Look at the way he rotates that car. Look at his brake action. He's getting that rear end rotated beautifully. All right, we are down. Is Nielsen going to be able to make it all the way? Is Banksy going to be able to make it all the way?
Oh no! Contact with Sattler and Amos.
Oh, look at this. 3 wide as they're coming down. Oh, we've both got it now. Have a look at these boys battling it through, switching it left and right. Sattler's just got the nose ahead at the moment, and he's tucked in. Amos behind him. Oh, is he going to try to get it back across this chicane?
Whoa!
He's gone out wide to avoid contact. Look at this. These boys are really putting on a stonker of a show. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Who's going to give in here? Who's going to put the brakes on? Who's going to let who through the chicane? Under brakes straight away. Sattler's got the front line. Is he going to be able to get it over and done? He has. They tucked in behind each other nicely as they all three come funneling through with a nice clean move from there. That was very respectful driving coming through here. James Scott just got the fastest lap of the 1:36.410. That was that lap we saw him jumping all over the curves as he came through. That was spectacular. Oh, Amos has gone a little bit wide. Nearly opened the door there. Very tight through here. Ricky Durnham's is putting up a big fight tonight.
Yeah, he's been definitely one to watch. He's been in the middle of a lot of action items. Here he goes, the big send. Oh.
Under brakes too wide. Oh, he's thought about coming back in, but just pulled it back. Nearly got it stuck into Amos then. Nearly just got it back in time. Scotty Weston and Blake Urquhart having a bit of a bash as well. I'll go to that one. They're having a bit of a swap. Blake Urquhart's all over the back of Scotty Weston as they're swapping a few places. He's Urquhart has got past Brett Taylor to get that action through, and now Scotty Weston's back behind Urquhart. Urquhart's got the front line. Is he going to clear this corner? Oh, he has. Whoa, that was so close coming through there. You can see them coming down a straight. You've got Scotty Weston there, and you've got Brett Taylor behind him. Taylor's probably thinking, what are you guys doing? Keep doing it, because I could be the leader here. Oosterval's gone through the pits. He's dropped down 9 places. Levin's up back to 5th. So Levin is the Pro-Am leader coming through this one. James Scott, Will Buchanan, Ryan Miller in the top 3 at the moment. Mr. Morgan's getting some critical points as well. Then we've got Levin up there in 5th. Ryan Nielsen still hasn't pitted for his second pit. Neither has Stevie Banks. Are they going to be able to go through? It looks like, ladies and gents, we are down to the last few seconds. I'm not sure if the white flag's been called just yet. I don't think it has.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but surely it's going to get back to to 0 when he gets back, because he's still got pretty much the entirety of Sector 3 to go and 10 seconds left.
Yeah, 100%. 10 seconds left. This could be the final lap. Maybe race control let us know. It's a bit hard to tell when Barney doesn't get out there waving the flags. But ladies and gentlemen, there is our race leader, James Scott, with cars all the way around him at the moment. These guys are battling in front of him as well, and he's got himself an 11-second lead, so he's probably going to be careful and let these guys battle, or is he going to go through the middle? No, he's going to let these boys battle because they're battling for some critical points as he comes in just between one of them, and he's coming around that corner. Look at the way these boys... Oh, dear! That was going to go the wrong way as it come through, but this looks like it is done. Is there a flag there? I can't see a flag, so it must be one more lap. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a pretty hot way to get across the line. It looks like it was going to go south very quickly, and I believe that is it. That is James Scott taking it across the line to finish it in first place. Will Buchanan is going to come past shortly and take the second place coming through. I've lost Ryan Mueller on my screen, but he must be still there. And ladies and gents, that's Will Buchanan in second place, Ryan Mueller in third, Will Morgan in fourth, Brandon Levin in fifth place. So these boys have put on a spectacular show for us. Stevie Panks coming across the line as well. What a way to go out there. These guys have done a tremendous job. Still these backmarkers fighting through. We've got Scotty Weston coming through. These guys are still having a go here. They're yet to cross the line. Here they're coming up to the final corner. You can see them all battling it here. Did Weston get a slowdown there, or what's going on?
I'm not sure, but...
Here they come through the last corner. He must have got a slowdown or something, and that means that Brett Taylor will probably be the winner for that. If we can get ourselves to the big screen, you can see the boys coming through. You've got Mr. James Scott doing his championship round, the round-winning donuts, not the championship, the round-winning donuts, having a cracking bit of work there. Wow, I tell you what, a lot of work being done by these boys tonight. I'm sitting here sweating. Can you imagine these guys in their rigs?
I know, especially with only one safety car that was way earlier in the race.
All right, we are there. There we go. We'll wait a few people to get to the green room. All right, ladies and gents, here is the way the finished up. Mr. James Scott, the fastest lap of the 1:36.410, takes out the major race tonight. There was a full-on 60 minutes, so it was spectacular running all the way through for these boys. Only the second time this season. In second place is Will Buchanan from the Revolution E-Racing team. In third, Ryan Mueller from PER, and in fourth, Will Morgan from PER as well. In the fifth place, the Pro-Am winner for tonight, Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsports. In sixth place, Ryan Nielsen from a privateer. In seventh place, Stevie Banks from PER. Eighth place, Johnny Gallen from PER. In the ninth place and second outright for the Pro-Ams, Joel Ustenval for the 266 race team. Blake Urquhart finishing in 10th place for the PER team. Lots of PER boys in the top 10, mate. Very impressive. Troy Dooley, Pro-Am, in the 11th place and third place for the Pro-Ams. Then Peter Pav in 12th place. The lead am tonight is Mr. Brett Taylor. He took that in 13th place. I'm not too sure if Scotty Weston ran out of fuel or what happened, but he dropped a few spots there, and Brett Taylor has taken out the AM spot. Jacob Trainer from the SRB team in 14th. Joel Wickman from the Syndicate Racing team in 5th. Scotty Weston from EWT in 16th. Pete Saller, Privateer, 17th. Timmy Miles, SRB in 18th. Kurt Nommensen, Revolution Racing in 19th. Roy Durnham, Ricky Durnham from the, I'm not sure, Ricky is from the Racing Syndicate as well, I think, in 20th. As we go to the back of the grid where the fighting was still flourishing all the way through that amazing race. Leon Amos from the Sim Racing Brotherhood is in 21st place. Andy Cowan from Performance Sim Racing in 22nd. Marty Hughes from PR in 23rd. Daniel Clutterbuck from TMX in 24th. Di Feldman from Performance Sim Racing in 25th. Chris Tomlin from LCR Sports in 26th. I was in 25th, sorry. Ben O'Connell from the Syndicate Racing team in 27th. Mitchie Noble from SRB in 28th. Craig Healy from EWT in 29th. And Joel McIntyre from SRB in 30th. What a grid that was tonight. I think I came dead last, and you may call me the loser for the night. But that was a lot of fun, man. That was some cracking racing. Oh, I'll tell you what. The boys worked really hard. I'm not sure how hard they worked compared to us, mate. I've got a sore neck, sore throat, hot, sweaty. It's pretty loud. The whole shebang, mate.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say they were working a lot harder than us there. That pretty much 50 minutes uninterrupted this place. That's the tough beat to deal with.
Yeah, very, very tough, very tough. As I'm just going to have a quick look to see where we are next week. We are at the Hungaroring next week. And believe it or not, another normal round, 2 in a row, 60 minutes of racing at the Hungaroring, which is going to be crazy. Then we're going to the Shell V-Power for a sprint and then finishing off Adelaide. But the boys are already in there. I'll get in Mr. Brett Taylor, the crazy Tasmanian from Geelong. Ladies and gentlemen, the AM winner tonight from the EW team racing team, Mr. Brett Taylor, the crazy Tasmanian, who we've allowed to come to migrate to Victoria in the southern western regions of Geelong. How are you, Mr. Taylor?
G'day, boys. Hey, look, those 3 months I spent at Woomera Detention Centre when I first came over was shocking. But anyway, moving on. It was a what a race. Oh, I've pulled a Bradbury.
Well, what happened to Scotty at the end? Did he run out of fuel or something?
Oh, fuel, mate. Fuel. We were both struggling with fuel, both struggling really bad. And I thought when I think Blake Urquhart got to us, and I let him go. And Scott put on a little bit of a go for I don't know, 3/4 of a lap, and I think that might have cost him because he started coughing coming into the final chicanes there, and I think it was Pavlovich, myself, and someone else.
Yeah, Wickman. So it wasn't too bad. He still finished 16th, so got across the line in 16th, so it wasn't too bad. So he's got some points in the coffers for it, so that wasn't completely bad. But mate, I reckon that puts you on the top spot.
Hey, whoa, watch out, What?
Look out. I don't want to put the mods on you just yet, mate. I'm just going to take my,
isn't it?
Right, look at that. I'm just going to take my thing to the season standings and have a look at the in the background while I'm talking to you, and let's see.
You're going to put the mozzer on me.
Oh no, you're already leading anyway, mate. But that means you've got a bigger lead. Ben O'Connell, where did he finish tonight? Oh, down in 27th, mate. Down in 27th.
Oh,
and Marty Hughes, where's Marty Hughes gone? Marty Hughes in 23rd, mate. Oh my goodness. Oh, mate, you've got a 10-second gap on the rest, a 10-spot gap on the rest of these boys. Some big points, mate, because we don't just dish out points for class wins. We dish them out as the whole race wins. So you've got 10 positions. I think it's 4 points a position. So you've got yourself some massive points there, mate. You're going to have to have a cold shower when the race results come out.
I'm already having a cold shower now.
Mate, you were having some great tussles out there. At one stage, we thought you were going to be a goner. Got a bit too close to the walls. How was it out there, mate? What was the track like, and how did it feel?
Look, it was slippery. Let's especially coming out of turn 2, I think it is, turn 2, coming up through that short little straight. You come down through the S's, turn 3 and 4.
At the pit exit.
Slippery there, so you had to be careful. And then the chicane underneath the bridge, you had to be careful on exit to not touch the wall. I mean, you had to be careful everywhere. It's a very patient track.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of patience. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but I don't have patience, mate. Jesus. I crack the shits when I can't get through a red light at traffic.
Well, you did a cracking job out there tonight, mate. The car's looking good. Team's doing well. Yourself and Scotty are top 2. So,
what's his name? Scotty. I was going to say Scotty must be top 2. Yeah.
Yeah, he's second place at the moment. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep, second place at the moment.
What have I got on him? What have I got on him, Sinka?
Oh, well, at the moment, before this race, you had 24 points, and he finished about 6 places behind you. So you're going to probably get another 24 points on him. You'll have 50 points on him, somewhere around there, 50, 60.
I'm going to have to go back to the group and do some apologising, am I?
No, not at all, mate. You're going to be out there to take the... Mate, you're going to be out there to take the trophy home, mate.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You put the buzzer on me.
All right, let's finish this interview right now.
Right.
Mr. Watson, have you got any questions for Mr. Taylor?
I think you pretty much covered it.
Good on you, Watto.
Well, Mr. Taylor,
don't you put the buzzer on me, mate.
Get out of here before I put the mods on you. Who gets EWT out on track, mate?
Yeah, look, if anyone's got any transport logistics issues or need anything done, get on to GMK Logistics. A for training, all things hearing, racecraft simulation, and Hamish and the boys down in Taz Autosport. If you need anything, your gloves, your shoes, a new steering wheel for your bus, get on to the boys down at Taz Autosport and they'll hit you up. Tell them I sent you. Don't really, because I don't really care, but tell them I sent you anyway.
Tell them the Tasmanian devil Brett Taylor sent you down.
Tell them the Tassie boy sent you.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, good luck, mate. Have a cracking bit of work. Nothing better than pop me up for the rest of the week than having you in the chat, buddy. Good to see the underdogs up there, mate, fighting for it. All right, I do want to have the Tassie Devil back prominent on that car, mate. I did love that.
It's in our logo, so it is a little bit.
Yeah. I did love it when it was hanging over the rear tyre, sort of its things hanging out.
If anything goes right for the next couple of weeks, then maybe I might do something special for you, Sinka.
Or maybe on the bonnet with a bit of blood dripping from the car in front of it.
Yeah, naked.
No. We want to be able to show you on stream, mate.
No, I'm not too sure what naked Tassie Devils look like anyway. Mange.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself.
Good on you, boys.
Get out of here. We'll speak to you soon, mate. Congratulations
Appreciate
again.
it, fellas. Thanks, fellas.
Ladies and gents, that's Mr. Brett Taylor from EWT taking out the amps tonight at the amazing circuit. Villeneuve. It nearly left me, mate. It nearly left me. All right, who we got next? Oh, Brandon Levin from Team SRW. We'll drag him in. Ladies and gents, the Pro-Am winner for tonight at the Jules de Verne Villeneuve site. I've mucked it up 2 minutes in a row. Brandon, how are you, buddy? It was a tough race out there for me, watching you go up and down. How was it on track?
Yeah, it was really good, man. I really enjoyed it.
Bit of tough battling there. A few boys were keeping you honest.
Yeah, the front four were on a different level with their pace, mate. So they were very hard to keep up with, and there was a couple behind that would definitely keep me honest.
Yeah, at one point early on in the race, you were holding on to them, and you followed them out to the break, but then slowly they just kept on getting faster and faster. How was the car, mate? How are you enjoying the new setups?
Yeah, it's pretty good, mate. I had a pretty good setup for today, and I was able to hold the pace, and the tyres held up pretty well, actually.
Excellent, excellent. No slippery points. So you didn't do. You had. I think you had what, 2 incidents tonight. That was about it.
Yeah,
You did one beautiful 360.
I had a spin and got a 5-second penalty after the first pit stop, just after the chicane, after the pit exit. And I had a quick chat to race control about it because I wasn't too sure, but I've just got to leave a bit more racing room next time, so play on.
Oh yes, coming through the exit of the chicane. Yes, a little bit too far to the left, I think you were. It was hard to tell from the broadcast perspective. We couldn't quite see it, but that's what we assumed happened as well, mate. But crack a bit of work out there, mate. Good to see. Out there leading the battle out there for the Pro-Ams. I'm just having a look to see. Listenvale is second to you at the moment, and Jared Wickman, and you beat Listenvale by 1, 2, 3 places, so a few extra points coming up ahead. And Jared Wickman he was like 10 places behind, so that's going to be about a 40-point drop for him. So title is on for young and old, mate. Looks like you and Listenvale are going to be fighting it all the way to the very end.
Yeah, he's pretty quick too. He's pretty handy.
Yeah, he's not a bad racer out there. He keeps it fair too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations. A few of your peeps are out there watching tonight. Who gets Mr. Brandon Levin out on track, mate?
Yes, thank you again to Team SRW and all the corresponding sponsors, which I don't have a list for today. And thanks, big shout out to Ash. Big shout out to Ash, who's always watching. Good on you, fella.
Yep. Excellent work out there, mate. Congratulations on the win and good luck for the rest of the season. We are down to 3 more rounds, so it's going to be an absolute cracker all the way to the very end, mate. Good luck, buddy.
You ripper. See you next week.
Take care, mate. Ladies and gents, that was Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsports taking out the Pro-Ams tonight at this amazing circuit. Let's get to the pointy end, the top 3 steps. Let's see if we can get some excitement out of these boys as they come into the room. We've got Will Morgan, who came across Ryan Mueller in 3rd place. I was going to say Will Morgan. We got Buchanan 2nd and Mr. James Scott. Let's bring in Ryan Mueller. Mr. Mueller, welcome to the room, buddy. How was it out there tonight, mate? It looked like it was a little bit of hard work here and there.
Yeah, it was. I was gonna say a different word, but yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't really know. I never really. Scops was pretty decent on setup, but yeah, I think Scops was pretty similar to the track conditions tonight. But I didn't really have anything, so I was just trying to stay on the podium and bring home as much points as I can. So
just not settled into the setup tonight.
Not really, to be honest. It wasn't the worst I've drove. Like, compared to Miami last week, it was just nowhere near where I wanted it to be, unfortunately, but it was good enough for 3rd, so it's still good points for me and the team, so that's all that matters really for now.
Yeah. Was it the turn in or the rear end?
Oh, bit of everything. It probably had too much grip in it and it was just chewing the tyres, but yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. We had Miami dialed in really well, and we've had most of the other tracks pretty competitively. So yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Well, the Pelicans are doing not too bad, mate. In the top 10, you got Urki in 10th place, Gallen in 8th, Banksy in 7th. Morgan just behind you, and then yourself. So that's not a bad points haul for a team, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers in the top 10. That's pretty impressive. You guys are having a cracking bit of effort out there.
Yeah, we're getting the hang of the car more and more every week. I thought Scops was actually going to help more with this track, doing it on the weekend. But yeah, we're all going really well, and we've got a lot of us. I think we've got 4 of us in the top 5 in the championship, which is awesome. So hopefully we can keep it up.
Excellent work, mate. How did you finish up in Scops?
I started out of 11th from the pre-quali because Split 2 doesn't do their own quali. They just go off what you pre-qualify.
Yep.
So started off 11th and then had a good start I was pretty much in the top 8 within 2 laps, and then I got into 6th place. I did get up to 5th at one point, and I was sort of staying with the leaders, but I had like 2 or 3 slowdowns which were worth like 1.8 seconds. So that really stuffed me, but it was really positive. I was pretty much on pace with the leaders towards the end of the stints, which is what we were trying to make the car do, and it was pretty well. But yeah, it was certainly a bit chaotic, I won't lie.
Well, mate, as long as you're having fun, that's the most important thing out there. We missed you out at the GT3 circuit, mate, but we'll probably see you out there in a fortnight. All right, take care, mate. Who gets Mr. Ryan Mueller out on track and supports your racing, mate?
I'd like to thank you guys for putting on the awesome league and the races every week. Everyone at PER for their ongoing support. Lakehead Holiday Units, Majors Garage for the awesome setups. One Shot Pest Management, Track Racer, 8 Rivers Photography, our partner W Energy Drinks, New Eden Garden Cafe for coming on board this year. My dad for supplying and helping me out with most of the setup I've got. And yeah, just everyone for the good racing, and congratulations to Will, Brandon, James, and I can't remember who won AM, but congratulations to them as well.
Yeah, that was the crazy Tasmanian Brett Taylor, who no doubt will be in the Discord chat going crazy right now. Mate, congratulations and good luck for the rest of the season. Some critical points tonight, and it's going to bring it down to the last few rounds, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Should be a good end to the year. Or season, sorry.
Excellent, mate. Good season, yeah, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ryan Mueller from Pacific Esports Racing Team, doing a cracking job up there, taking out 3rd place for the night. It wasn't an easy night. Let's bring in Mr. Will Buchanan from the Revolution E-Racing Team. Had a cracking bit of work out there to do tonight. Qualified in 2nd and took it home in 2nd as well. Mr. Buchanan, how you doing? Mr. Watson's got some questions for you.
Yeah, how's it going, boys?
Going all right. It was kind of a lonely race for you out there. Pretty straightforward and didn't seem too crazy, huh?
Oh yeah, but a bit boring. Try to stay behind James as long as I could, just to pull away from Mueller, and then yeah, it got a bit boring once I couldn't see James anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't the most boring race though, just from actually driving the circuit standpoint. This seems like a pretty difficult track for these cars with how close the walls are and how easy it is to just make the slightest mistake turn into a race ender.
Yeah, it's very tough track. Doing a lot of practice in the last few days, full scops and all that. There's yeah, I wasn't loving it at all. A lot of moments where I wanted to put my head through the monitor, but it's still good. It's good track once get consistency down and you're setting lap times. It's pretty fun. It's really rewarding.
Were there any particularly hairy moments that you got to see? Because as we saw with the safety car, when something goes wrong, it goes wrong quickly and usually gets a lot of innocent bystanders involved as well.
Yeah, I heard about a few moments down towards the back. I didn't actually hear the safety car call come out, so I think if I did hear it, I probably would have pitted. But thankfully I probably did, because I probably would have ended up in all that mess.
Yeah, probably. You never know. But yeah, it was still a fantastic run for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Just want to shout out the RER boys and to our sponsors AITX, Shieldcoat, Sudspeed, Kibby, and Slady's Glossworks. Just can't appreciate all the stuff they do for us behind the scenes.
Alrighty. We appreciate you, Will, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Well done, mate. It's good to see you. Take care, Will. Cracking to see you up there, mate. Punching it out every week for some critical points. Good luck for the last 3 rounds, and with Scops 2 when it comes up. And ladies and gentlemen, Will Buchanan from the Revolution Iracing team, taking out the second step tonight on the cracking performance and cracking pace all the way through. Congratulations, Will, and we'll hopefully speak to you next week.
Too easy, guys.
Cheers, mate. There's Mr. Buchanan. Then, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's top step winner was not just a mere formality. He destroyed them on pace tonight. A whole 5/10 faster than anyone out on track. Showed his supremacy out there. The Chiefs racing driver, Mr. James Scott. Welcome to the room. How are you, James?
Yeah, not bad, fellas.
Mate, it looks like that bit of time off has done you okay. The pace has come straight back.
Well, I wasn't there last week, but yeah, no, this week was really good.
Yeah.
We'll
strike last week off.
Few new members into the team. Yeah, no, we've had a few new members into the team, so it's been good to go on an absolutely completely different way with the setup. Sort of a bit of a hybrid between where we both teams were. So yeah, no, it's I think I ran Scops here on the weekend, felt like I was pretty decent. Then ran another series last night, a completely different track, and felt really fast. And then again tonight, so I think we're onto something, which is good.
Nice.
But yeah, no.
So who's the new teammates that have joined you?
So we got Bo Albert, Robbie Gibbs, and obviously we working with Eclipse as well, which they've had Hayden and Matt Bowler come in as well. So and if there's been a few others as well. So yeah, no, it's good to have those guys on board, and yeah, working well, and yeah, the results are so far so good.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. Well, it's cracking to see you having a good one out there. Pace was really good. Track was a bit greasy.
Yeah, I think anytime you get humidity like that, track's a bit greasy, engine power's down. Yeah, that's probably why you saw the times maybe a little bit slower than what you would have if the track, even if the track temp was the same, if the humidity was much lower. So, but yeah, no, look, it's yeah, we haven't raced in these conditions before on the setup, so it was good to tick that one off and say yeah, still good in these conditions.
Get up and go. Excellent, mate. How was your results on Sunday night?
Yeah, good. Poor strategy call. Pretty much put us at the back, but then pure. It was really sort of just car pace got us back up onto the podium. So happy with that. Probably should have won the race, but that's all right. I'll let them learn for next one.
Live and learn, fight for another day, mate. Well, crack a bit of work out there, mate. Good to see you still having fun. That's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. Who gets Mr. James Scott out on track, mate, and supports your racing?
Yeah. Obviously, great to have the Chiefs back on board for this year. That's awesome with all the new teammates and that sort of stuff. Yeah, the sponsors. They've all stuck around again for this year, so thanks to those guys. I know they put a lot of support in with Aussie Broadband, Logitech G, and Westfield. Obviously, three pretty significant brands in the Australian corporate world. So, yeah, great to have them on board and represent. And you,
excellent,
obviously, mate. You guys, that's for the broadcast every week. Race control. Yeah, nah. Shame I missed a few rounds, but yeah, good to be back doing a few.
It's all good, mate. It's some critical points you're winning straight away and putting on a great show for us. And mate, as long as you're having fun, I'm happy. So that's the most important thing of all the drivers. But congratulations on a cracking win. We are at where are we at tomorrow? Next week, James? I can't remember.
Hungaroring.
Hungaroring, that's it. We're at the Hungaroring, mate. What are your thoughts on this car at Hungaroring?
I'd tell you if I'd driven there, so not sure. Never driven there. It's a track that hardly ever gets used in the supercar. Never really got used in Gen 2, and certainly haven't driven there in this car. So don't know.
See how it goes.
Yeah, not sure how good it will be. It's just purely looking at a few other tracks that are slightly similar. It might be a bit average, but yeah, we'll see. Could be wrong.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations on an epic run tonight, mate, and the win, and keep having fun, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks' time, mate, or maybe next week.
Thanks, mate.
Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Scott took out the top step tonight and took home the win at round 6 at the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. Mate, that calls it for the night. That was some cracking bit of work out there. Tell you what, I'm glad I wasn't racing out there tonight for the full hour. I reckon I would have been falling apart after 50 minutes.
Yeah, my goodness, what a race. I am very impressed that we didn't see more incidents than the track blocker we got. Typically, races here tend to be a lot more chaotic, but everyone held it down phenomenally.
Yeah, and it wasn't due to the fact that everyone was spread out either. There was battles everywhere tonight, which was really good, and some impressive 2x2s for some of these chicanes, which I would not have picked. And they did a cracking job coming through and keeping each other's space. So full kudos to the drivers out there tonight, putting on an amazing show. If you're out there and you love what you're seeing, please share the views. And these drivers need to be on a broader audience than what we're offering at the moment. We had 30 plus people watching tonight, which was spectacular for the whole show. And the review of the show, people watching it back during the week, is always spectacular as well. So thank you for all those that do support us. A big shout out to all our stream sponsors: Grim Industries, Shunt Sceneries, mozaracing, Phoenix Driver Development, and the legends that are Warren and Brown Tools. Without them, we would not be putting on a show. We wouldn't be able to give you guys anything to look at on a Tuesday night. So a big thank you and a shout out to them. Like, subscribe, hit the notification buttons and all the bell icons and everything like that. We are slowly creeping up to 1,700. We've got a fair bit to go till we get to the 2,000, which we're aiming for. But thank you for your support. And come out and see us tomorrow night for the Super Formula Lights at the same time. Thursday night for the GR86s for another awesome bit of racing. And this week we've got the week off for the GT3, so they'll be back the following week. So thank you very much, ladies and gents. Stay safe. Hope you had some fun like we did. Hit the notifications, hit some comments in there as well, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you very much for your support.